Good afternoon, everyone. Please remain standing for the presentation of colours by the Grimsley High School Junior ROTC and the playing of the national anthem. We ask gentlemen to please remove their hats and please remain standing until the colours have been retired. Please be seated. Well, I want to welcome you, all of you, to the graduation ceremony for Grimsley High School's class of 2021. My name is Jed O'Donnell, and I'm the proud principal of Grimsley High School, the home of the Whirlies and the home of the state champions. It would be remiss of me if I didn't take this opportunity to have a final word with my students, many of whom I was their principal as they graduated from high school. It would also be remiss of me if we didn't recognize the incredible teachers and staff that we have at Grimsley High School who give up their evenings, weekends, holidays and family time to ensure that they are delivering instruction at the highest level each and every single day. Let's give our teachers and staff a round of applause. Please stand up, please. Students, it would also be remiss of me if I didn't take this opportunity to speak to my family, my families. My families, who many of you I've known since your children were in 7th grade at Kaiser Middle School. You've supported me through the good times, and you've supported me through the bad times. Even when you didn't agree with the decisions that I came to, you respected those decisions. We changed schools. We were the champions of North Carolina, both in the classroom and on the field. And I couldn't do it without you. So I appreciate each and every single one of you. As a parent of 2 young children myself, I'm just at the beginning of my journey. And I am in awe of what you've achieved as a parent with your children. So students, let's give your parents and family members a round of applause. We all know that these last 18 months have been extremely difficult for all of us, throwing up challenges that we never thought that we would experience. And there were times during those dark days when all we had was hope. We lost family members, we lost friends, we lost colleagues along the way. But we never gave up hope, because we knew that if we worked together, we would learn together. If we worked together, we would practice outside together. Even in the dark days of winter when our fingers were freezing and we were practicing the trumpet and the violin. But we did it. We did it together as a school and a family. We achieved amazing things. The class of 2021 will represent Grimsley and Guildford High School and Guildford County Schools in 78 colleges and universities, the military and the workforce next year. The class boasts a Reynolds Scholar, a full-ride athletic scholarship to Northwestern University, Elon University, and North Carolina A&T University. And don't forget our Guildford apprenticeship partners who have achieved amazing things. Our graduates earned approximately $15 million in scholarships last year. But most importantly, our class of 2021 gave back to our community by accumulating over 22,000 service learning hours during their high school career, which is truly incredible. We were the North Carolina 4A state champions in football. We were the North Carolina championship winners in men's tennis, and we were the runners-up in cheerleading for North Carolina in the state championships. We truly are champions in the classroom, champions in the community, and champions on the field. Together, we're unstoppable. Together, we can achieve amazing things. Together, we are Grimsley High School. We go back generations. The highest generation that we have is 5 generations of families that have come through Grimsley High School. I'll give you this promise, that every single day I will come to work and I will give everything I have to ensure that wherever you go, wherever this journey takes you, wherever you go in Whirling Nation, that you'll be proud to say, from Asheville to Charlotte to Greensboro to Wilmington, that we truly are the #1 school in North Carolina. And wherever you go, remember as always, go Whirlies. I would like to end on a solemn note, but a heartfelt note. This year we lost one of our beloved students, Jonathan Smith. We all know and love Jonathan each and every single day. He would light up a room, whichever room he came into, and he's looking down on us right now. I'm proud to say that the class of 2021 would like to thank the parents and the community for their generous donations for the tree and the plaque to honor our own Jonathan Smith. The class will also honor Jonathan's memory with a mural bench to be built and placed on the Grove side of the cafeteria to use for students in that area. Congratulations, students. We will never forget the memory and the spirit of Jonathan Smith. Let's give him a round of applause. With a 4.7778 GPA, please join me in recognizing our valedictorian, Bella Romain. Bella will be attending Wake Forest University, where she has received a Reynolds Scholarship in the fall. Bella, will you and your parents please stand? With a GPA of 4.7632, please join me in recognizing our salutatorian, Jennings Lynn. Jennings will be attending North Carolina, Chapel Hill in the fall. Jennings, would you and your parents please stand? Now please join me with a warm welcome to the one and only Miss Jennings Lynn, our 2021 salutatorian. Let's give her a big round of applause.
Please join me in welcoming our Chief of Staff, Board of Education members, and County Commissioners. Please stand to be recognized. Thank you. You may be seated. It is my pleasure to introduce our 2020-2021 Teacher of the Year, Miss Erica Hunt. Please stand. Thank you. You may be seated. I would like to recognize the faculty and staff. Please stand. Thank you for the work you have done to get us here. Thank you. I would also like to recognize the people who helped to make this night possible, our parents. Would you please stand? Graduates, please thank your parents. It is my pleasure to recognize our valedictorian, Bella Romine.
Welcome, esteemed guests, faculty and administration, friends and relatives, and of course, the class of 2021. Thank you for coming to our graduation. In the words of Grimsley's immortal cross-country coach, Seth Peoples, life sucks, get a helmet. I've had much time over the past year to reflect upon this wisdom, especially given that because of COVID, life has felt like hurtling downhill on a skateboard without a helmet. What I missed most while in quarantine was not sitting in a physical classroom or traveling somewhere, but the people who gave meaning to all of those situations. Looking back, only a handful of my favorite high school memories are of me doing something on my own. The majority of my favorite memories were made through a collective effort, whether it was Page Prep Day or taking photos in the Chipotle parking lot for homecoming. Like many of us, I missed even the everyday interactions from school, such as waving to acquaintances in the hallway. We often don't choose the challenges we face, or else I suspect our senior year would have looked very different. One of the only circumstances within our control was how we responded to a year of isolation. And given that all of us are here today, that means we can proudly say we did so successfully. It was not without setbacks. As a class, we collectively had to navigate endless buffering, barking pets and loud siblings, and forgetting to mute when called upon in class. For many of us, our friends were what got us through the year. Whether we connected through FaceTime, socially distanced walks, the return of school sports, or by choosing to return in the spring, we found ways to stay connected and keep our community strong. We even had the chance over the past 4 years to collectively watch our football team transform into a juggernaut who won the state championship for the first time in 61 years. Some of the relationships we formed through quarantine and over the years will become lasting bonds, while others will fade away. What is important, though, is that people will, by and large, forget what you said, but people will not forget how you made them feel. Even if we don't carry all of our friends forward with us in our lives, we don't have to let go of the lasting memories we've made together. I would like to thank some of the people who made these past 4 years at Grimsley so special. Thank you to Mr. Post for teaching us how not to use the word "this" in our English essays. If imitation is indeed the highest form of flattery, then I hope you appreciate the time I dressed up for you as Meme Day. And they say that if you do something you love, you'll never work a day in your life. As a future philosophy major, I'm doubly certain that's true because no one will ever hire me. Mr. Quartz, thank you for being Grimsley's informal newscaster and for lending me the use of your rings of keys junior year when I decided Mr. Post needed a taxidermied otter to spruce up his room. Thank you, Dr. Hamilton, for raising our class's blood sugar with candy in the afternoons, and thank you to Ms. Martineau for letting our psychology class recuperate with brain games on Fridays, and for insisting we all couldn't drop out in spring of our senior year. And thank you, of course, to our friends and family, and to everyone here that has shown up to support our class. It's bittersweet to see this phase of our lives come to an end. Many of us are leaving Greensboro to go our separate ways in order to further education, enlist in the military, or join the workforce. But that doesn't mean we can't maintain our friendships. As written so eloquently by Elizabeth Foley, the most beautiful discovery true friends make is that they can grow separately without growing apart. In closing, our goal should be to surround ourselves with good people and to be good to them, because these people will be your helmet when life sucks. Thank you.
I know that Bella probably speaks on behalf of all of you with regards to the difficulties of this year, but how we have overcome them. I'm going to ask Bella and Jennings to stand up again. Come to the front. Let's give them another round of applause. Now we will prepare for the awarding of the diplomas. At this time, I would like to ask our Chief of Schools, our Board of Education members, our administrators and counselors to please take your places for the awarding of the diplomas. Now, we know that this is going to be a wonderful occasion. However, we do have some guidelines that we'd like to bring to your attention. In order to ensure all graduates receive the recognition they so much deserve and they have earned, please adhere to the following guidelines. Show respect for all of the graduates. Limit cheers so that each graduate's name can be heard when it is read. Remain seated until all of the graduates have recessed from the building. Now we will read them. Please be, yep, okay.
Ilea Janique Abbott. Firdausu Abdu. Armand Adam. Casey Claude Ado. Manga Abdul Akim. Aisha Kuse Al-Salimi. Marwan Maman Al-Hassan. Lawson Jeffrey Albright. Angel Hernan Alaman. Erickson Isaac Michael Allen. Liam Cadman Allen. Omarion Najee Allen. Camden Riley Allison. Akaya Lanique Alston. Peggy Andrews Comey. Yeshin Tai Arias Jimenez. Leah Pearl Aronson. Joshua Lee Austin. Joshua David Azar. Arman Harris Aslan. Aya Abdelrahim Azam. Maxwell Anderson Baker. Rihanna Elizabeth Ballard. Jordan Marion Barakat. Olivia Grace Barger. Emma Walker Barnes. Anisha Celeste Barron. Adam Edward Barrow. Caroline Grace Bartle. Lorian Grace Bathgate. Seth Gamble Beckner. Kate Elizabeth Bell. Lily Marie Bell. Susan Elizabeth Benbow. Logan James Bender. Declan Ton Berg. Madeline Grace Billings. Ania Renee Bland. Caden Mitchell Blitzer. Zachary Mills Blow. Charity Faith Boat. Chastity Asante Boat. Jovan Micah Bopp. Anaja Tatiana Boyd. Sarah Anai Brantley. Shane Taylor Braxton. Halima Lamera Bridgers. Jamel Laurente Brooks. Jackson Alexander Brown. Kevin Andrew Brown. Solomon Dwayne Bryant. Clifton Earl Buckram. Juin Bangkrong. Cole David Burby. Durante Malik Burnett. Sincere Omarion Burnett. Taylor Alexandra Burns. Tyler Lewis Burns. Aaron Jackson Burris. Charles Edward Busby Jr. Zachary Scott Butenhoff. Anjoy Cahill Swinson. Caitlin Lee Calhoun. Kiera Marie Cameron. Abiel Alejandro Cantu. Nicole Cardenas Conde. Lee Edward Carico. Lucy Alexandra Carswell. Maxwell Glenn Cashin. Peapod Cavanis. Destiny Nyatan Che. Tatum Cotty Church. Alexandra Ann Sisney. Samantha Sue Sisney. Naturi Takai Cleophat. Hayden Grady Westcott Cochran. Zachary Daniel Colleton. Egan Veal Conrad. Daniel Malik Cooper. Addison Elizabeth Coughlin. Finley Watson Cox. Nathaniel Joe Crawford. Joseph Patrick Creech. Jackson Nelson Crowder. Jason Josue Cruz Ruiz. Vanessa Maya Cummins. Caleb Lawson Curtin. Trevor Michael Cushman.
Mia Bradley Daly. Everett Ernest Davenport. Caron Madison Davis. Slade Corbin Dean. Honesty Tanielle Denson. Noah Axel Diaz Gonzalez. Joshua LaDon Dickerson. Charles Blakely Dillon. Mama Duambia. Muhammad Abdullah Durrani. Michael Clay Devonskin. Ryan Eastwood. Abigail Caroline Eichmann. Minan Allah Aldin Alagali. Elizabeth Craven Elks. Zachary Lutz Elliott. Jenny Patricia Ergot. Colina Faith Irvin. William Patrick Esposito. Paige Grace Evans. Coleman Andrew Falk. Noah Malone Fernandez. Brianna Michelle Furley. Harrison Clark Firestone. Mary Catherine Fisher. Gilmero Antonio Flores Dominguez. Jose Jefferson Flores Dominguez. Karina Elizabeth Flores Morales. Eric Allen Flowers. Carr David Folds. Evan Quinn Foley. Ava Jeanette Foster. Nicholas Adam Foster. LaKayla Brianna Fowler. Mia Grace Frasina. Aiden Graham Friedland. Jennifer Gabrielle Hernandez. Jesus Santiago Garcia Gonzalez. Aiden Scott Gardner. Michaela Marion Gaiman. Hannah Elizabeth Gillespie. Nicholas Ray Gleason. Seth Dalton Gleason. Max Richard Geets. Harris Goldman. Jordan Page Gottlieb. Miles Kamel Goins. Ethan Andrew Graff. Cottrell Ontario Grant. Darren Trayvon Gray. Austin Alexander Green. Kendall Ann Gregory. Juliana Lucille Gwynn. To Kyle Dante Harrison. Ainsley Chloe Hall. Alonzo Ramon Hall Jr. Parker Tate Hall. Taylor Allen Hall. Alexandria Faith Ham. Deshaun Jermaine Harrington. Katab Al-Walid Hassan. Joseph Carlos Hayes. Charles Klein Hazard. Deshaun Jermaine Harrington. Kayla Simone Harrison. Kayla Imani Harris. Osman Hassan. Jacob White Henry. Jacob White Henry. Eliana Suzanne Herman. Caroline Holly Hertwick. Anna Hunter Hicks. Emerson Alton Hicks. Jackson Duncan Hicks. Lillian Irene Hicks. Carl Samuel Heeb. Lauren Alexandria Hines. Pascal Femi Henricks. Veronica Oaks Hirschbull. Cameron Trinity Holder. Laurel McCormick Holland. Julia Elizabeth Holt. Claire Colum Howard. Draven Angeles Hubert. Khadijah Elise Hudson. Ella Renee Hughes. Leah Pacina Hunt. Yara Kamal Ibrahim. Emmanuel Allah Idrissa. Amari Raquel Inge. Matthew Jaron Earlbeck. Miskana Tewelde Isaac. Caleb Stephen James. Jasmine Renee Jarrell. Luke Carson Jenkins. Chase Latif Jessup. Danica LaDeja Johnson. Hope Elizabeth Jordan. Laura Christina Jose Plata. April Figueroa Joseph. Samantha Abigail Joyce. Bintu Tus Kamara. Daniel Fleming Kaplan. Jeremiah Fleming Kaplan. Ella J. Kavanaugh. Riley Emerson Keeney. Terry Sherelle Kearse. Finn Aaron Keel. Patricia Ann Kelly. Emma Adele Kilpatrick.
George Wilson King. Benjamin Robert Kirshner. Grace Elizabeth Knapp. Jacob Michael Knight. Hope Madison Knott. Campbell Victoria Lambeth. Adam Oliver Lance. Gabriella Bixby LaPlante. Long P.K. Lee. Antonio Reginald Lee. Samantha Nicole LeGrand. Jalen Arshawn Levy. Jennings Elizabeth Lynn. Alexis Faith Little. Keyshawn Corey Locke. James Allen Locklear. Ryan Davis Lusky. Grayson Michael Lyons. Abdul Majid Mohamedou Bisaru. Joshua Mai. Abdul Rashid Mamane. Fael Insiala Mankasi. Dana Michelle Marcus. Jewel Asia Marks. Mimi Mackenzie Marriott. Tyrus Lee Martin. Eric Matthew Martineau. Marisol Lakeisha Martinez. Barrett Arnold Massand. William David McCormick. Padraig Joseph McGonigal. Margaret Kathleen McIntyre. Catherine Jordan McKinney. Stephen Robert McMillan. Noah James McPherson. Zachary Evan McCrae. Lauren Emily McReynolds. Kylena Pekthra Meese. Rodrigo Mendez Hernandez Jr. Shayana Marie Merkel. Catherine Easterling Messick. Noel Joseph Meza. Ridwan Midu Hamadou. Benjamin Andrew Miller. Shanice Aaliyah Miller. Audrey Grace Mills. Naya Ari Mitchell. Allah Badareldin Muhammad. Amelia Monroe Moore. Jacob Robert Moore. Javon Andre Moore. Torre Gatrao Moore. Zion Nasir Moore. Ella Claire Morgan. Frances Ann Mosley. Esperance Muhawiniman. Donovan Caswell Myers. Sanket Nain. Jordan Lee Nance. Ali Mohammed Nasser. Alex Christopher Neal. Cameron Lee Neal. Danny Nguyen. Caleb Ryan Nichols. Adrian James Navoa. Brady Fletcher O'Connell. Lauren Grace Oster. Jessica Fern Oberlees. Moyad Omar Abdullah Omer. Jackson Meyer Omahundro. Jimena Ortega Gonzalez. Javon Keyshawn Outen. Leslie Adriana Padilla Garcia. Sebastian Mark Henry Paris Davila. Jasmine Elizabeth Parker. Simran Kumar Patel. Ariana Noel Papa Evans. Christopher Martin Peck. Abigail Grace Peebles. Tanner Reeves Pennell. Estefania Perea Masquera. Lucinio Perez Ledesma. Benjamin Eric Peterson. Reagan Nicole Peterson. Kinesia Liana Phelps. Brandy Jamila Phillips. Turner Cobb Pinson. Jalil Elijah Poole. Indonesia K. Porter. Jacob Campbell Pratt. Jackson Marsh Prouse. Blair Stephen Anthony Price. Logan Brooke Pretty. Kaylee Elizabeth Pritchett. James Ryan Pruitt. Nathan Robert Randall. Siddhant Shashikant Rao. Jamal Malik Roosevelt Reed. Kirsten Alexis Reed.
Luke Jackson Reddy. Eric Joel Rivera Reyes. Lily Sweeney Roach. Darius Kalen Robertson. Skylar Andrews Alexander Roberts. Owen Gregory Rock. Naomi Amelie Rodriguez Garner. Molly Catherine Rowley. Melvin Lorenzo Roman. Axel Jampier. Isabella Elizabeth Weiler Romine. Sophia May Rosenberg. Taekwon Tredez Rowland. Karime Ruiz Saldana. Tajamira Ishani Russell. Noor Al Hussein Sabri. Abdul Latif Salam. Julia Ann Sander. Damari Ahmad Sanders. Dimitri Aaron Sanders. Michaela Grace Saunders. Nathan Ahmet Schoen. Antanasia Ray Scurry. Marguerite Grace Sieber. Liam Bennett Seeley. Timothy Isaiah Sellers. Lauren Prentice Eva Sells. Armani Oriel Serrano. Jaina Muhammad Shaker. Ananya Sharma. Krish Sharma. Rhea Salim Shaw. Victoria Denise Shelton. Boran Osama Siddiq. Kelsey Grace Seiler. Lucas James Silverman. Traquan DeMonte Simmons. Madeline Elizabeth Simone. Lauren Alexandra Slate. Penelope Aaron Sly. Shandon Antonio Deshay Sloan. Kristen Elaine Smalley. Amaya Noel Smith. Adam Walton Smith. Davion Amari Smith. Kayla Michelle Smith. Noah Kikuchi Masaki Smith. Maya Grace Spidell. Mackenzie Lee Spofford. Zachary Craig Stacy. Carter Samuel Steinbeck. Rachel Virginia Stapleton. Cameron Andrew Stevens Walker. Declan Michael Stovall. Charles Thomas Stowers. Abazera Gracerdi Sudrith. Claire Elise Sullivan. Samuel Edward Tate. Christian Emmanuel Taylor. Christopher Lee Teasley. Jalasia Brianna Terry Campbell. Camden Olivia Thomas. Audrey Neil Tillman. Emma Frida Tillman. Mara Ann Toole. Mara Ann Toole. Victoria Caroline Townsend. Nicholas Broderick Trico. Ian Turnbull. Christian Ankoma Tutu. Lillian Francis Tyler. Sophia Ann Eulenberg. Jesus David Vaca Rivera. Sophie Hamilton Vachon. Charlotte Elizabeth Van Schack. Zora Josephine Gray Vanderveen. Jorge Daniel Vargas Garcia. Leslie Guadalupe Vázquez Masquera. Mason William Wade. Andy Lee Waldrop. Anaya Joel Walker. Georgia Simone Walker. Wesley Scott Wallace. Danielle Nicole Wallington. Charles Donald Walters. Amika Janae Webster. Richard Todor Wild. Madeline Hope Welch. Cal August Willem. Eli Stafford Willen. Avery Gibbs Williams. Khalil Isaiah Williams. Jack Elliott Williams. Jalen Armand Williams. Jerion Thomas Williams. Blessing Lavonda Williamson. Quentin James Williamson. Selena Violet Williamson. Cena Grace Williamson. Madison Michelle Wilson. Alexa Lee Witriol. Garrett Thomas Workman. Leo Nesta Worrells. Claire Hester Worsham. Lauren Elizabeth Worsley. Leah Marie Worthy. Isabel Ruth Wozinski. Alyssa Marie Yancey. Nathan Charles Young. Kylie Rachel Young Fox. Joshua Zarate. Sophiatu Zebu.
Mr. Matson, will you please join me at the podium? Seniors, please stand. Chief of Schools, Mr. Matson, these incredible young men and women have met all the requirements for graduation, and I highly recommend them for their high school diploma.
By the power granted to me by the state of North Carolina and the Guilford County Board of Education, and upon receiving verification of your credentials by the faculty of your school and your principal, Mr. O'Donnell, I offer my personal congratulations and recognize you with all of the rights and the privileges as graduates of Grimsley Senior High School. You may now turn your tassels.
Parents, let's get on your feet and give our students a big round of applause. Come on! Please remain standing for our alma mater. I know you all know how to sing this, so I'm going to lead us as we sing the alma mater. Please forgive me if I'm out of tune, but I'm going to try my best. I'm going to sing it with my heart and soul. And I need everyone singing it with me. To thee, our alma mater strong, will sing thy praise through all our days, through this triumphant song. Oh, hail to thee, and as the days go by, we'll sing that love and loyalty Greensboro, Grimsley High. Go Whirlies!